professional voice, your YouTube content creator, a social media influencer, and a small YouTuber. Okay, present, I am a occupational safety health professional, and as my profession speaks, I am a licensed chemical engineer, graduated in Cebu Institute of Technology University, something like that. Now, this is not my masterpiece, this is not my piece of a cake. I will just try to deliver related to economics vlogging. This is all about financial literacy. This is not part of my prolonged vlogging that talks about health science, but this time I really want also to give information as a guidance, especially for the first timers, OFWs, who are really now working abroad, something like that. And these are the tips and guidance. So actually, this is not really difficult to understand. Of course, we normally understand English, right? And I'm using also English as my communication now. Okay, so you can understand, right? Now, what is a financial literacy? Okay, in the first place, do not refer on the book, because I told you every time we should not be bookish. We can create our own definition by understanding the term itself. What is financial literacy? Okay, just like telling that, wow, the literacy of computers in the Philippines are rising to 60%. So meaning to say it's all about how they are very competent and how they have knowledge regarding computers. Okay, something like that. They can operate well, something like that. How can they do the report by making the computers ask their technology in doing that? So that is computer literacy. But here we're talking about financial literacy. It has the same thing with financial aspects. When we mean of financial, that could really tantamount to talking about money, right? And the money can be basically as the bill or a coin in general. Okay, there are two types only, a bill or a coin, and the third is the online money, virtual. You can see your money is working, but you cannot touch that immediately unless you will go to the ATM machine face to face and personal. So that's three types, right? We have the coin, the bill in your hand, and also the online condition in your online banking system or whatever digi wallets you have now. Okay, so that's talking about financial. Now, if we talk about financial, we need to have statements on that. Statements. So before we have the literacy on how to save, something like that, and our money well for our future investment in our family or for ourselves, something like that. We need also to know what are the technical aspects, not really the technical, the basic aspects of financial. So let's, I cannot write it in the magnetic whiteboard because it's already, writing mentioned verbally. Okay, something like you're gonna be talking of your income, something like that. Then two types of income that could be income and the passive income, something like that. The active income is the income you earned permanently by work or entrepreneurship. That's you do it in a regular manner. Okay, the passive income will be not in regular, something like that, but that is not your work income. For example, you do another online business. What I mean, your profit is not really constant every time. So this is passive. Okay, so passive income plus passive income, that will be your total income or your total salary, shall we say. Okay? Ganon. So having mentioned that, we need to track our expenses, something like that, and our savings. So the best thing to do is to track first the savings. Later will be your expenses so that you can really troubleshoot or extract the amount you save in a month, especially if your salary is monthly, something like that. Okay? For example, if I have 50,000 US dollars in a month, then you need to save 20% or 30% out from that, and that will be your savings. And the rest will be budgeted to any expenses. Part of it also will be your projects, okay, and so whatever, as long as that's related to other expenses, okay, or other financial disbursements. Okay, we need to disburse that a part of your savings like that. Okay, and we have so many rules for it. We have 30-60 rule, we have the 40-60 rule, things like that. So if you know what I mean, you can also try to double check and research in www, internet. Then you can find so many factors there, and you can refer that on what to do to grow your money or whatever, how to spend wisely and everything. Okay, this topic really is not to be told because every one of us have already a basic knowledge of that. So this is only a guidance, something like that. Okay, now we have to track daily alatul. Not only the monthly but the daily alatul expenses as well. Okay, so I cannot put that in the magnetic whiteboard, right? So I have to put that here. For example, me, I have digital online platforms. I have STC Pay. I have a Raji Bank, something like that. This is here. Okay, and then I have NCB Bank. It's in here. So I have three, right, accounts here. And I link that to online system. Easy for me to access my money, to know the flow in, the flow out of money, something like that. So I can easily track. Okay, I don't have to go to Riyadh City just to follow up the status of my financial aspects. I have to do it in online as long as I have the data, something like that. So that will be more convenient for me and convenient for all of us. Okay, something like that. Now I have also digital online banking system in the Philippines. I have Union Bank. Okay. This is not really to tell you to follow my styles. This is only a guidance. Okay, that we need to put compartment to compartment of our online compartment for our money, because if this one compartment will do bankruptcy, you will not be in trouble to getting out your money there. You need divide, just like having your closet. You need to put your t-shirt in one corner. You have to put your brief underwear down below. You have to put your pants somewhere else beside your t-shirt, something like that. So you need to organize in a one compartment, which is your closet. And here, the closet we mean here is the banking online system, something like that. You need to put that. So meaning to say, you must have at least two or more online compartment banking system to grow your money and so that you keep track the flow in and the flow out of your financial status, something like that. Now, I have here in the Union Bank, this is in my local country of origin, the Republic of the Philippines. I have the Union Bank. Okay, I have the Maya Bank. Okay, Maya Bank. I have GCash. GCash is our e-wallet, electronic wallet systems. Okay, when you put your money there, there's no interest annually. Okay, like that. Only storage of your money, so that you can really transfer like that to your friends, to your loved ones, the money in your country of origin or any countries you want. Something like that, right? So GCash, you have two accounts, the Globe and the Smart, something like that. Okay, of course, I don't have to mention the numbers because it's too confidential, right? So I have cash accounts, something like that. Okay, and then I have the Discartech online banking. Okay, Discartech online banking. So, if you are now a long time OFW, at least you will summarize your financial literacy for at least 1 million minimum. You will scatter your 1 million pesos to different online banking. Me, okay, this is a blessing from God because I don't have my own family. So I can really save. Okay, so I can reach this 1M. Something like that. Okay, and I need to scatter a different online portfolio saving system or investment system, whatever, or just storage, right, of your money. Some with interest, okay? Like that. So this Cartech online banking system. Okay. I have also the Como digital banking system under West Bank. Okay, like that. Okay. Como. And I have also the CIMB digital banking. This is originally coming from Singapore. and they reach to other places for the Philippines also. I think this is in, what they call this one, in Taguig. They have a physical branch in Taguig. Not purely online system because they have a physical branch. Okay, something, CIMB Bank. I have two accounts. There are three accounts. I have the savings and I have also the debit account, blah, 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 so and so. Okay, since we're talking about financial literacy, so I think everybody will not agree with me, especially if you are an entrepreneur or if you are a business-minded individual, you will never agree with me to say this. Sorry to say this. At least you are financially free. Sorry, I have to say this. You have full financial freedom. Okay, financial freedom meaning to say zero credit cards and zero personal loan. Get the point? Okay, I'm not arrogant, but I don't have this too now. Okay, because if I will have this, it will bind me to a certain institution that I will stay longer in there. Especially me, I am a versatile professional. Someday I could have become a, sometimes I could be a successful educator in another country. So with this kind of talent. So I'm not staying forever to be a safety. I can also manage in another specialization. Sometimes also I can be acting as a licensed chemical engineer in different industries. So I have options. Okay, I will not stay to a certain specialization or masterpiece. So if I have the personal loan, it will bind me and tie my neck to extend my service if I don't like anymore this kind of job. You get the point? So this is the main reason. That's why I don't have personal loans and I don't have credit cards. Okay, but many will do this because of their convenience also. If they have the car or that's their perceptions, and it will be good for them because it's also convenient for them. As I told you, this depends on the individual financial appetite, meaning your financial situation at the moment. Okay, now, so be sure you don't have this too, so that it will not alter your savings in this different online digital banking. Something like that. You get the point? Something. And I have also Tonic digital banking. For example, only, not to be exact true, for example, if I have the 1 million, I will divide that to different compartments in digital banking. This digital banking offers an annual interest higher than the traditional banks, such as Metro Bank, what else? There's a lot of banks, let's say UCPB Bank, Coconut Planters Bank, BPI Bank. Those banks that have physical branches, Sapit and Dila, are those don't have higher annual interests. But online have so higher interest. And now you will ask me for the security. Though our money is secure here, because this is online, maybe it will subject to fraud and scam. Something like that. That's your next question. Then before engaging to this online digital system, you need to do a lot of research in the www web, and you need to go to the websites. There are forums there. Me also love to read forums because these are evidences. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this bank compared to the other? Oh, they have a slow operating activities there, and you cannot withdraw easily. You have to call the staffs, the teller every time, like that. So you can read that in the forums. Okay, according to the forums, if it is all, then there's a chance that it's good. Another thing also, aside from the forum, check the security. It must be www. There's a S, meaning secured. In your right breast, in the www blog, there's a S, meaning secured. Okay, when you type at the top portion, right, you will type, and then there's a secured S there. The S means secured. Okay, then you need also to take note that these are all registered with a PDIC, because a PDIC is an insurance firm. So that they will really control these banks if they commit fraud, okay, and cheating to their clients. Okay, so a maximum of 500,000 deposits will be there, and it will be returned to you if one of these digital banks will be in closure or will be in, for example, fire accident will be happening like that, then they will give back your money. This is true because I already did this in the past. I have the LBC bank before. I put 300,000 pesos there like that. I'm very, very afraid if it will not be coming back. And then I am abroad at that time. I'm still working in Qatar. And then I'll just push my older brother to process everything. Something like that. And then they go there, they line, and until such return really. Okay, the money. So LBC Bank is now closed. Okay, the LBC is now only for packaging, packaging Philippines, but for this banks, no more. Because it was bankrupt at the time. Okay, my money is not affected. They return to me full, as in. Thing here, if it is reflected in the online website of this digital platforms online, then PDIC, then they will return also the money. This is a bank insurance, Philippine Depository Incorporation, something like that. Sakto ba akong meaning sa PDIC? Okay, something like that. Oh, Philippine Depository International Corporation. Just correct me if I'm wrong, something like that. Okay. No. Philippine Depository Insurance Corporation. Wow, thank you, Lord. My brain cells are working. Okay. The I stands there for insurance. Okay? It's not international, sorry. Okay? At least my brain cells are very quick. Right? Nakakaloka. Okay, wala siya, guys. Okay, ganon. Now, the highest interest rate will be the Maya Bank, 6% per annum. Okay, if you put your 200,000 there, after 12 months, 0.06 times 500,000, that would be the interest that the Maya Bank can give you. If you will not withdraw your 500,000, something example, hypothetical, right? Ganon. Now, the next will be the, this Cartec. This is under with, I think this is, rural bank, something like that. Okay. I'm not really sure, I forgot. Because Como is for the East. Just research that because I forgot now. My brain cells did that work. Okay, so this Cartec is 3.25% annually interest if you put your money there as apartment. So 0.0325, let's say you put 200,000, that would be your saving in a year. Okay, next will be the Como, 0.6%, and CNB 2.5%. But the Metro Bank, I have also my Metro Bank. I need to have one sure bank because this Metro Bank is very near in our place. I can withdraw easily. For example, during my vacation, then something wrong, you know what I mean? During emergency, I can withdraw directly in the ATM machine. That's why I have one traditional bank, which is the Metro Bank, the largest bank in terms of assets. Okay, that is Metro Bank. Okay, because all banks categorize their strength. But this Metro Bank is a bank largest in assets, in terms of assets. Okay? You get the point? So it's gonna be like that. So I think the video also is in terms of capital, like that. So you can research that also in the www online, right? Okay, to make sure and of course examine every statement that came out in the math. Okay. Now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I put more on the tonic bank. Okay. Tonic bank is a purely because the interest rate is very high. Something like that. Okay. So for example, if you try to put in a time deposit for 6 months only, 6% interest. For 6 months only, not 1 year. For example, if you put your 500,000, 500,000 times 0.06, that will be your money after 6 months. Okay, so better for the investment of your time deposit in Tonic Bank, something like that. You get the point? Ganon. Now, not enough for the traditional bank and online digital platform as your compartment to have a financial freedom, or let's say financial statements, right? You need also to have government institutions compartments to save your money. You get the point? Ganon. Okay, what's this? Paloka. Diba? So I need to put here. Okay, I will erase this one because I have a very small magnetic whiteboard. And I feel not really comfortable when I discuss because this kind of magnetic board is not in the form for discussion. I want a very wide dimension magnetic whiteboard in my detailed explanation actually. But I cannot do anything because it's not very, comfortable to buy this, okay, like that outside. You get the point? It's not convenient. Okay? You get the point, something like that. For financial institution, financial statements tracking, okay, governmental institutions, financial statements tracking, as well, you have the SSS, Social Security System, and the PAG-EB. Okay, PAG-EB. Guys, I eliminated the PhilHealth because I don't trust Visa antivirus. I don't put in my PhilHealth. Okay? I just need other compartment for that for my health insurance. I'll never put that. I don't believe the PhilHealth. The officers in the PhilHealth. Okay? Because there's an issue of corruption there. And you keep on paying there, and then my family will never use that. How many times I abroad like that? So, how many years? Years, but also, and then, thanks God, nobody's sick in our family, something like that. If they're sick only normal, there's no such cancer, like blah, blah, blah. God, okay? Like that, thanks to God. If there's like that, and then I know the PhilHealth also will help, but I just lose trust in that particular government agency because of Visa antivirus. Okay, that's very clear. Okay, I have the PAG-EB. Okay. Now, so SSS contribution like that. Okay, contribution and the flexi fund. Okay, go to the highest maximum contribution in a month. For me, I go to the highest, which is 6,250 pesos in a month. Okay, the maximum contribution for SSS is 3,250. And the remaining 3,000, it will put in my savings in the Flexi Fund savings. Okay, I do this for almost 3 years na siya. Okay, that's a good investment. Okay, this is a good investment because I don't have time to do the product-to-product business that I have to discuss. Like, oh, buy this product, this have a good features. That is a true entrepreneurship, right? You have the skills to convince customers to buy this product, online selling. I don't have talent for that. Though I have, I am sure, a little bit, but I don't have time because I am working. You get the point? So I'm full-time working. So all I have to do is to do savings in different compartments. Online compartment system for financial statements and tracking. So for example, like this. Okay, this is for the contribution. For your contribution in SSS, you can get that in 60 years. Could either be through monthly, or could it be, can we do that in, what do you call this one, lump sum? Okay, like that when you reach 60 years old. Okay, in the contribution. Okay, like that. So, when you are still young, and you are having the maximum contribution of 3,200. This is in case of an OFW. I know this is very difficult for an for the employees in the Philippines. The 3,250 is very difficult already. They will just buy the milk, the rice. For this 3,250, it has to do something already in the internet, the water, the electricity. This is too huge. If you try to compare that in the Philippines, right? Okay, but here, since we are free, something like that, I can manage to put that in the contribution, which is the maximum, 3,250 pesos, and 3,000 savings of a Flexi Fund. The Flexi Fund, it will be holding there for at least 1 year, and then you can withdraw that with interest. The government will give you the interest for that. Okay, I cannot state because that's too personal. Okay, like that. So I have the flexi fund and I can do this if in case I will lose my job. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Now, the pag-ibig. Okay. As much as possible, you don't take the loan, ha? Because it will alter your plan if you take the loan. Because again, it will bind you to pay for 2 years, for 1 year, and then you lose your job, or you don't like anymore your job because you will shift to another specialization, especially you're a versatile individual. What I mean is, you are not focusing only in one masterpiece. You can do another thing. Apart from your profession, apart from your career path now, you can still do another thing. Okay, being a safety officer, you can also be a mechanical engineer. You can also be a teacher. You can also be an instructor. There's a lot of opportunities in the entire world, right? And then you are not limiting only to that. Okay, since you are binded already because of too much financial obligations in your family, and you have personal loans and car loans, then you will not be applied for this kind of discussion in my blog here today. Because this is only you for first-timer OFWs. Okay, but if you want also to follow, now for me, if you're an old OFW, doesn't matter, I will be happy for that also. Right? And I will be grateful to that if you can follow my guidance on how to do that. Financial literacy and financial statements tracking. Okay, ganon. Okay, now going back to business. Okay, now we have the flexi fund and the contribution. Now we have the pag-ibig. Okay, ganon. Guys, I do this SS contribution online only because I'm not convenient to go to Real City every time. And then our place is a remote area. It's gonna be, I think, 90 kilometers plus, and I don't have my own car to be there. Okay, something like that. Okay, and I'm not also convenient in riding the Friday bus, which starts at 1 o'clock because I'm still sleeping. Okay, because I do a lot of things Thursday night, and I will sleep late, and I can wake up too much time in the morning, so I cannot grab the free bus in going to Riyadh. Okay, I will sleep a lot. Okay, so I'm very, very lazy to do that. So I need just like this. Today is Friday night. I'll still do anything. And what time is now? Things like this, and I will sleep late. And tomorrow, things the same also in the Thursday night. Okay, you get the point, like that. And then if my mind is very silent, I do a very silent research. Okay, to add my knowledge in. And sometimes my room also is very noisy. That I'm enjoying my related talents in music, singing, something like that. If I need to play also my vloggings and live streamings, and I can also play that here, something like that. Since the AC is very cold also, I have to off. Because sometimes the AC sound will interrupt the quality of the video of my live streaming. That's why every time I do the live streaming, I will off the AC. You get the point? Something like that. So, meaning to say, that's also part of saving the energy of this AC, and at the same time, the functionality issue and operation of this AC. Because if the more it will be used a whole day, it will never stop, then the tendency is it will become also very, very weak. Meaning to say, it will be prone to defect or whatever, or subject to maintenance or repair. Right? So, that could also have another advantage. Aside from my video live streaming that I have to off my AC. Okay? Like, and third also, okay, third, I need to have my sweat coming out. Even though I'm not going to the jogging, my sweat will come out because it's hot. So meaning to say, I do a natural phenomenon of metabolism without doing anything by just saying, just like this. Then at the same time, I'd perform the catabolism process of metabolism by the breakdown of larger molecules into lower molecules. Specifically, the waste products will be removed in our excretory system. Like that. Okay. Now, pag-ibig. Okay. So, what's really a pag-ibig? Okay. There's a definition for this pag-ibig. I forgot. Guys, sorry, tao lang po. There's a meaning of P, there's a meaning of A, there's a meaning of G, there's a meaning of I, there's a meaning of B, there's a meaning of I, there's a meaning of G. Actually, this is an acronym. Okay, just like a NGO, non-government organization, in which Leni Robredo answered wrongly. She said National Government Association. Nakakaloka. Okay, so pag-ibig. Okay. So pag-ibig, we have the natural contribution like the SSS. Okay, but in here, in the pag-ibig, there's no maximum chuba-chuchu. You can have any contribute. You can contribute 1 million, like that. There's no specific. Unlike the SSS, if you are an FFW, your maximum will be 3,350. But I'm not yet sure also if you try to put more, ha? That's what only explained in the website I read. Kasi mahilig ako kasi magbasa-basa. Something like that, okay? So, pag-ibig, contribution, so no limit. And we have also the MP2 savings. This is good. Okay. Like this. Okay. Imagine for almost 3 years, I have now 12,000 pesos interest. Okay? So that will be fine, right? It's your money is growing. And 12,000 pesos is very big already. You cannot see 1 peso in the room. And you just take in your money there without touching anything because I cannot withdraw. I am here, right? So this is MP2 pag-ibig savings. You need to apply this online. Create your account. You need to deposit this by GCash or Maya e-wallet. So you can agree how much you will pay monthly. First, in my case, we agree to pay 10,000 every month, something like that. But sometimes, due to having too much expense, I reduce to 5,000. Okay, but it depends on me. Sometimes 5, sometimes 10, and then it depends on me on my capability. But it will never be lower than 5,000. So I have a pag-ibig account. This first, let's say 5,000 to 10,000 pesos every month. And I have also other. This one, after 5 years, you can get this. So while you are staying in the Philippines or your country of origin, you are still waiting after 5 years, and the 5 years is easily coming. Okay, it's just a blink of an eye, it will come. The more you stay, the more it will come that year. So, especially if you don't have job, the time is running so fast. You get the point? And by the time you will withdraw that with interest, right? So, it's better. Okay? So, 5 years. Okay. Now you will choose between 5 years and 1 year. Me, I use 5 years so that I can accumulate higher interest rate. So for almost 3 years now, I already have this MP2 pag-ibig. But this is only my account 1. I have still my account 2. Okay. This time, this is my future savings in which I don't know, where this money will be budgeted for. As long as I save this for my future, for any emergency situation, what will be happening for me, for my family, since I don't have my own children, I can help also other people as well, like that, okay, to be generous to others. Maybe I can use money for this also, okay, because, sometimes, my heart will really, I did not mention that because I also help financially in social media. I will not never mention in the Facebook post, but somebody will ask something, I will help them also. Even though birthday, they will ask. Even though not related to me, only close friend. This, I'm very, very fulfilled if I can help. I don't know if you have also another mentality with this. Okay, if you can help, you will be happy. It seems that you are fulfilled, you are successful. Things like that, even though you have a little bit only, you are very fulfilled. Something like that. You get the point? Okay, especially if you can, for example, you have somebody has to do the chemotherapy, something like that, and you also, give them the generosity. Like that, you get the point? Because there are also other people who are very vocal. They will chat you immediately on your FB Messenger, something like that. And then, you have a heart that also helps sometimes. If you have only, of course, if you don't have, you don't help, right? So if you have also extra, then you need to also to help, right? It's good to help. Get the point. And that's better. Okay? That's better indulgence to our Lord our God after our life here in the planet Earth. Okay, that's very clear. No need to discuss further. Okay, now I have the pag-ibig number 2. And in the first place also, I've been supporting for my whole life my family. Because I don't have my own family, so where does my money will be? So I will help my family, right? And to others also need a little bit. You get the point, though I already buy material things, but it's not also good to keep on buying material things, right? You will add another car, something like that. That's too, that's extravagance. Okay? Two cars will be enough. Something like that. So, okay, we have now here the pag-ibig account 2 I have, then I classify this, I categorize this. So I have the rampage. Actually, this is not rampage. The name is leisure. Leisure savings in the future so that I can travel. For example, I will travel to Japan, something like I will travel to Hong Kong, I will travel to Indonesia, something like that. Myself alone, or if loved ones, then I can, what I mean, love with girlfriend, something like that, or whatever, you know what I mean, right? So I can bring for my travel, and basically, hindi talaga siya. Okay? So I have budget for that. This is in my pag-ibig savings account MP22. That is also 5 years. Yes. Number 3 compartment. Okay, I have also the land. The land budget. Okay? The land budget and any house modification. I still also have another compartment. So I save that also every month here. Okay? The last will be my education advancement. Because I need to become a doctor. Sorry, this is my long plan. I need to become a doctor in chemical engineer. Something like that. I need to be higher. Something. Sorry, this because I don't have my own family. So this is the only thing I can spend my money. Something, right? So maybe if I am married, my plan is not like this. But still, I don't have, and all my nieces have already their job. My nephews have also the job, like that. I have still one pala. Only one remained. Okay, but one is not that it's not also very difficult to support, right? Because the parents also will help. So I'm not also mandatory or really obliged to help. But me, since I am thinking to help, I always help even though they will not ask help. Meaning instinct, character of a person that nobody will talk to you, you will just help. You get the point? Things like that. So thanks to Lord our God that He is intelligent. He's the valedictorian. Something like that in the class. Okay, so of course we will be happy to support this kind of students that you fulfilled already. Something, it's very just like you in the past. Something. I'm not that really the first order of the class, but what I mean is really a consistent honor student. Something like that. You get the point. Okay, and we have the last digital platform. I have also the number 4 is for my education. Here, I will take masterals or PhD, which relates to, for example, chemistry, physics. As I told you, I don't have plan to stick in one career path. Okay, I need to be versatile. Okay, so for the number 4 is the educational plan, whether I will take the masteral, the doctorate, or whatever, or only masteral only, I cannot reach doctorate, it's up, then I will apply for the US and Europe teaching, something like that, or whatever that the Lord will give me at the time, after a year. Okay, you get the point? Something like that. You get the point? So this is going to be the case. Okay, any questions so far of financial literacy? Meaning you have an idea what to do of your money. Okay, you keep track the expenses and your savings every month, and you need to track what goes out, what comes in, like that. Be sure that what goes out is not higher than what comes in. Okay, because if that is the case, you don't have savings anymore. You get the point? So that's why you don't need to buy extravagant material things that are not necessary for the moment. You get the point? For example, the duplication of technology. You have already the Samsung mobile phone and still you have to buy an Apple phone. It's okay, but if you still buy another like that, it is extravagance already because 2 phones will do. Things like this. Okay? And then you don't need to scrutinize the brand and the labeling because it is just the same. If you use it carefully, if you take care of your mobile, it will last for a long time. Okay, like that. That's why there's a manual when you open the packaging of your mobile phone. When you buy, there's a manual there. Safety features like that. The purpose of that is to stay longer, to endure your unit for how many years. And then you are just neglecting that one, you throw in the trash can, you don't even read the safety features, then it's your fault. And but then you put your mobile phones near the heater, something like it explode. And but then you put also your phone near the oily substance in the oil in the kitchen, and then it drips an oil. But then problem also, it will also destroy the microchips inside the PCB, the printed circuit boards inside the technology. I know this because I work in Taiwan in quality assurance of an electronics industry. Okay, our product is printed circuit boards. Okay, all appliances, electronics technology, gadgets have printed circuit boards. If you try to dismantle the casing of these appliances, mobile phones technology, that's requirement because it cannot be functioned without this PCB. Printed circuit boards. Okay, then we are in the QA department. And we do analyze and testing, blah, 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 so on. So that's my experience for 3 years in Taiwan. That's why I have a little bit knowledge for that also. Okay, that's why I can easily also discuss well, not so much well, average with it pertaining to practical electricity and electronics. I can deliver my discussion good just because I have also experienced that. Though I'm not an ECE graduate, I'm not an electronics engineer, I'm not an electrical engineer, but due to my experience, and that's also part in our subject in chemical engineering, we have also practical electricity subject, plus readings, research, pasok sa baga, right? We can easily share academic information in terms of electricity, because this is under electricity, talking about printed circuit boards, right? Electronics industry. Okay, so muna siya ang pag-ibig. So I have a total of 4 MP2 savings accounts in my pag-ibig plus 1 savings account in my SSS, which is the Flexi Fan, something like that. Okay, muna siya. So, for example, if you target 2 million pesos, then it's about time to stop working. Things like this only. This is not really true, but only a guide. For example, you target for 2M. After 2M, that will be enough for you because, as I said over and over again, I don't have my own family. I am not married. I don't have somebody to educate. Okay? So I'm not tied with responsibility. Mandatory responsibility. I think this is only the advantage of being single. You are not tied to a financial responsibility, correct? I think so, I'm correct. Okay, so for example, 2 million, you will stop working now and go back to the Philippines for good, do a little bit of business or teaching, like that, because I love teaching so much, really. Okay, so teaching, like that, blah, 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 so and so, okay, like that. Because it loves to talk this in Asia, because you don't need an interpreter and translator. Sometimes if you need a translator and interpreter, it will take you a longer time to make your discussion spontaneous. Because every time the English words will come out, you need an interpreter. So in Asia, America, and Europe, you can deliver your discussion straight because there's no translation. Because translation, and based on my experience when I do the training, it can, it can disrupt, it can disturb your momentum of your training. Because if you speak like this, you will be pressured to stop for only 2 sentences, 3 sentences, 4 sentences, because another also will interpret that, and you'll consume a lot of time. So you are pressured to do such things. If there are pressures, you are under pressures, then you limit your content, something like that. And since that is mostly on the spot, so problem is you cannot tell everything with regards to the coverage. The chance is you will go directly to the most important point. That would be better. Okay, but not really that comprehensive. You get the point? Ganon. That's a disadvantage. We need too much interpreters, translators. Good if the professionals. But sad to say, it's not all. Right? Okay, so it's better to do teaching in Asia, Europe, and America, right? Okay. I think also better in in the big universities like that, but same story. Okay? You get the point, needs interpreter and translator. Okay? You get the point. Ganon. So that's gonna be the case. So if you will become financially free, you need to pay your personal loan, especially if you are not planning to stay longer. You need to pay higher in your interest monthly, especially if you don't have plan to stay longer in that company or whatever, so that your credit cards will be completed after 6 months. So you don't have bind yourself anymore to certain financial responsibility, because sometimes this will also disturb you for your another flat plans. That's the main reason I don't have credit cards and personal loans. Okay? You get the point? Because it will tie your neck to a certain duration that you have to stay just because you need to pay this. And the chance is you will stay in this particular company until 60 years old. Then in my personality kasi, I am not one-dimensional professional. Okay? So I am multi. So I can do also other things apart from being a safety professional, a chemical engineer, something. I can also be an educator, okay? Or a mentor, something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. Before coming here, okay, I already offered to teach chemistry in Bahrain. Okay, but it was not processed earlier compared to this, that's why I'm here. I'll be able to teach chemistry actually in Bahrain. Okay, but this process too fast compared to that, and of course we need to have also additional savings, because the more you will be standby, the more also your money will be consumed, right? So by under normal circumstances, you need to go what comes first, right? To be practical, even though sometimes you don't like it anymore now. So it doesn't mean I don't like it anymore now, because sometimes no good. Guys, I feel like I did this for so many years. There's no challenge anymore, something like that. You get the point? You always do that every time, every second, every minute. There's no challenge anymore in your part, then how can you grow? So, something like that, in my part only. Something like that. So I need to be on the other masterpiece and another specialization. Maybe if I am in the academe, maybe I will be happy there. My talent will be used. I will do hosting, MCing, like that. And I will be dealing with the department, talking to the people, counseling, whatever, in which I can use my talent well. Because it's not all about money. Sometimes it's all about happiness, permanent happiness. You get the point? Things like that. But I don't have a high salary here. Okay? It's not also a salary issue, but really your talent. And the things you love the most matters the most. Something like that. You get the point? Okay. It's very clear. Any questions so far for this study of financial? I don't know what's the time now exactly, because here is very prime time. So most of them are sleeping already, because I'm quite lucky because some of the staffs having holidays also on Saturdays, but not all. Okay, then I cannot do it. What do you call this one? Intermission number. Because guys, when I do the intermission number, I do it in a loud voice. Okay? So, not good because it's late in the evening. Ganon eh. Wonderful tonight, right? Okay. Thank you so much for this live streaming. I hope. Any questions so far, guys, for this? Okay. Wala pa ka na-calculate okay, income minus savings is equals expenses. Ano lang? Meaning, you will adjust your expenses according to the money you save first. Okay? It's gonna be like that. You get the point? Okay. So, it's gonna be like that. Get the point. Then, I forgot to tell you also, okay, I think, guys, this is too personal, right? But actually, it doesn't need to be strict because I don't mention the account number like that. So, it's also put, right? Because I'm talking without sharing my personal details. Only general, like this, tips like that. In my tonic bank account, mga palangga kong hitad, something like that, I budgeted there for the health emergency. Health emergency. There are two compartments there also. Health emergency, charot, ganon? Yes, I have. Health emergency, ganon, and other basic necessities. Okay, for example, mga bugas, bitchin, asin, patis, coffee, so that if I don't have job anymore, I will get that here in my second. Okay? Things like that. And take note, you need to save times 3. Times, for example, now, not yet your salary, you have the actual money in your account times 3 of your monthly. It's difficult, right? But we need to do that. Sorry. Okay? You get the point? Sorry talaga siya. Okay? For example, if you have, let's say, your 10,000 US dollars, okay, you need to have 10,000 times 3. You have 30,000 US dollars in your physical account ATM card. By the time anything can happen to you, you can withdraw that and go back to your country of origin without any hassle. Something like that. You get the point? And you can still eat good food while you are waiting for your, what's it called? Gratuity, separation fee, or any benefits from your company. If you're working for 12 years, 20 years, and you're still waiting, at least you have the money to get while waiting for your own convenience, especially if your health conditions are no longer good. Because usually 60 years old you will resign if, for example, if people don't love too much the job, and will stay longer, and because also financial responsibility, too much children to educate, and so many projects in their country of origin, and they have also to meet that. Of course, they don't need to resign after 5 years. They need to endure to at least 60 years old. Okay? And to be honest, I don't want to reach this age here. Okay? You get the point? So, actually, my plan is really 50 years old. Okay? Since before, that is my plan. And after that, for good. But again, that is only a plan. We don't know, we will not say patapos here because we don't know really what's happening, right? Okay? It's gonna be like that. But that is only my plan and goal. That I will never exceed 50 years old here. Okay! Hala, count ko na to. Okay? To those who know my age, klaro na kayo. Okay, you can really compute how many years remaining. Or, the earlier the better, it's okay. Because I told you, I save money. Anything can happen, go back to Philippines. You get the point? I'm just waiting my gratuity, indemnity, like that for how many years, something like that. So I'm not really binded to something or pressured to something just to extend my service. Okay? That's clear. That's a clear, valid point. Okay, any questions so far? Nothing, right? Okay, nothing. I have nothing, since I don't have you. Ganon. O, diba? Ganon siya, guys. And then, guys, if you do the transfer of money, you use the InstaPay. You don't use the other one. What do you call the other one? Peso net. Because the peso net, it will take a longer time to transfer money. Because many I transfer money kasi from a different online digital, I transfer MB to GCash, I transfer to Global so that it will grow there. So I told you, so many apartments like that, okay? So you need to use the InstaPay because most of the times no withdrawal fee like that, no service fee, especially has no withdrawal fee for other, for example, Metrobank to GCash is very easy, there's no deduction. But the SSS and the Pag-ibig, ano siya guys, 750. Really, for each transaction, 750 pesos. Sabi, usually in SSS, 7.50 ang bayad sa service charge. Okay? Government to private bank, something like that. Okay, guys? Okay, that's the point. Okay, now I encourage the younger generations to do this while early, because the while early you save, the while you become consistent in your plan and dreams in your life, and you can invest more. Because to be honest, I'm doing this late. It was only in my 40s, not at a young age, because less than 40s I'm not thinking about this. You get the point? So if I know this, I think I'm now a millionaire. Something like that. Okay, or above millionaire. Something like that. You get the point. Though it's easy to get 1 million to 2 million range, but it's more than that. Okay? If you are starting at a younger age, saving money, for example, you're saving money at the age of 25 years old, and then by the time you will reach 40 years old, so many money na talaga siya. But it's a sad fact also that our schools did not teach this. Okay? Because actually money cannot be taught also, right? That is a personal thing. Okay? But it should be taught at least just like a health science. Right? Health science and also financial, right? Though health science is more important than money, we need also type of subjects to be introduced in our education curriculum so that our people will not suffer of too much poverty. Okay, it will be inculcated in their brain cells that we need to do this at a young age. We need to do a lot of efforts to do a small scale business where you are growing up. So this kind of mentality will help us to be a young entrepreneurs. Right? Young entrepreneurs, and then we get old, we have now a very, very good lifestyle. And the same thing also, because it will also complementary. If you have a very good financial statements, then your health also will becoming good, because you can also buy anything, nutritious food, something like that. So the issue of lifestyle is another thing kasi lifestyle. Even though you have the money, but still you still do unwanted things and vices that make your health bad. That's another thing. But we are just talking here under normal circumstance or being an idealist. Ideals. Meaning to say the things that is to be confronted to normal. Okay, not the vices, the different unwanted things in your life, your lifestyle, that it will become you sickly in the future. You'll become having a chronic disease. Not like that. Assuming under normal circumstances, ideally speaking, if you have enough money, adequate money with a good health, then that would be fulfilled. More fulfilling with your family, to the person you know, to the people around you, like that. Okay? So of course, just inject the term honesty. Okay? Honesty is the best policy. I mean, you can earn money not by cheating. Again, earn money not by cheating. Because as I told you, our life is not only in earth. We will still die after on earth. So we can no longer justify our mistakes if we are there already. So while we're still on earth, we need to polish and filter those cheatings, whatever, just to survive. I know there's a lot even with the politicians. Okay, but we should live simply and to be contented we have. Okay? Of what God given to us, and let's be contented. That's it. That's life all about. Okay, we will not force things to be on us even though we get it and obtain it. So that's not good, right? So things like that. Okay, live simply and be contented. And life is all about like that. Also your own dream, but do it in an honesty, something like that. Okay, with courage, strength, and determination. Wow, self-determination. You get the point. Oh, ganun ba siya, God? Tama ba? Self-determination. Yes, if you are really determined, then someday you can get what you are planning to your life, right? Planning. Because all our plans, okay, it will be subjected to reality in the future pa naman kasi. Kaya, plan and goals. O, diba? Ganon. So much for watching this financial literacy vlogging. I hope you enjoy. Sorry, this is done on the spot, not prepared, not scripted. As I said, but this is all I can deliver. Thank you so much for watching. You can comment down below in the comment section. You can like, you can share if you want also. And then you can also subscribe If you haven't yet subscribed my YT channel, and then you can click the notification bell for some news updates of I Am a Singer Eternal Voice. Guys, that Jesus loves us, you and me in this planet Earth. Bye bye, God bless everybody.